95% of our life is a foreplay. What I mean by that? In this video I'm going to explain, so watch this till the end. In our life, most of the time are not moments when we are fully satisfied, we feel this orgasm that, oh, this life is beautiful, I deserved all this. No, we don't feel like this. Most of the time in our life, it's like foreplay. So basically, we are doing some things, we're trying to get better, we're trying to fix things, fix our personal problems, and we are just getting further, time is passing by, and we get some moments, this is this 5%, when we feel this, oh, this bliss, that all we do doesn't matter, all we did in the past doesn't matter, because this moment is so beautiful that all struggles that we had in the past are not important anymore. And we feel this during orgasm, when we feel that everything is okay in the present moment. We don't think about past or about future, we are just grounded in the present moment and we feel this great bliss. The problem is that most of people are addicted to this bliss. They are trying to supplement happiness with pleasure. They are getting addicted to instant gratification. We wake up, we check our phone, get some dopamine through scrolling. This is not true orgasm that we want to pursue. Of course, by saying orgasm, I'm not necessarily saying about this only sexual orgasm, but I'm saying about these moments in life when we feel totally fulfilled, when we feel this happiness in our head, that it's so strong that we want to do something, that we want to wake up and dance regardless of what we are doing in a particular moment. 95% of this time is very, very essential in our life. It doesn't mean that for this 95% of our life we are not happy. We are also happy we also experience different emotions during this 95% of time, but it doesn't mean that we are suffering or something like that in this moment. Also, we feel a lot of struggles, we have a lot of struggles, we need to do some harder things. But when we understand that life is not only about staying in this bliss all the time, you will understand that we need also these states of desperation, when we need to motivate ourselves to do something by fear of loss. Because we cannot stay in a bliss all the time and remain productive. I know that for people who are developing spiritually, we know that through meditation we can experience deepest bliss that we can feel, that any drugs cannot provide for us, even sex, because connecting with ourselves is the deepest form of bliss and ecstasy that we can feel without any external substance. But see, during this state of meditation, deep meditation, maybe in yoga, or maybe you experience it spontaneously in your life, you don't want to do anything, you just want to remain in this present moment. This is this moment of orgasm, for example. And you see that you could not remain in exactly this state for all of your day, because you would not do anything productive in order to get further in your life, in order to get closer to your goals. No. So this is what I call this 95%. This is time when we need to dedicate ourselves fully and remember that these beautiful moments will come. And we can increase our baseline of happiness by increasing the time and dedication that we give to our life in order to solve problems, in order to get better. These moments are not going to be most beautiful moments in your life. They are oftentimes going to be boring when you need to do monotonous work every day. You need to execute your habits. But with this consciousness, that in this way, you're getting to get bigger orgasm, bigger bliss in your life, and you're going to increase baseline of your happiness and satisfaction about life, this should be enough motivation to do this boring work in our life, to do things that we don't want to do, that we don't feel motivation to do. This is deepest motivation, but we, in most cases, always forget about this bliss. We felt this many times in the past. These moments when we felt fulfilled, at least for several seconds. But later, if we come back to these negative vibrations, these lower vibrations, when we feel don't much zest about life, don't much enthusiasm, we are not as much enthusiastic about things in our life, suddenly we forget about this bliss, about these beautiful moments, and we lose this motivation. Because we all want to feel these beautiful moments, and this is our motivation in life, but we also can addict it to pain, and by this healthy addiction to pain, we can lead our life to more ideal life. I mean, by healthy addiction to pain, we can get more motivation to do these harder things, these things that we don't have motivation to do. And later, of course, what I mean by healthy, I mean that you're aware that you habituated yourself to do these things, and you try to look in them for this deeper meaning. And this is healthy addiction, because normal addiction, means that you're doing something and you cannot quit. And healthy addiction, in this, what I say right now, means that you are addicted to doing this boring, this hard work, but you also know that you can stop and you can enjoy the present moment. And of course, this is paradox, because we should enjoy every moment, but some moments we, on this material level, cannot enjoy, because we need to break our limits. We need to do something which is uncomfortable. For example, running a long marathon. Later, you're not going to feel this satisfaction. You're not going to enjoy a moment, but you can turn this moment, you can turn your perspective and enjoy this moment by unenjoying it. I hope you know what I mean. And you start to enjoy this painful moment because you know where you're going, that you know what is going to be reward. And in our life, all these things that we want can be summed to only one thing. This is this orgasm, this is this bliss. Because we all want to feel fulfilled. We all want to feel for at least several moments, several seconds, that we don't have these desires, that we don't have attachments, we just are. And we want this, and we feel this whole happiness, that our mind disappears. This is what we, on the deepest level, want. And if we cannot provide it for ourselves, we fall in desperation. And this is unhealthy desperation, if we don't know mechanisms of that. And if we know that all these struggles in life are necessary in some way, and some we create for ourselves in a healthy way, then we can get deeper understanding, and we will suffer less, because we will understand that life is not about this suffering. It's not about suffering, because suffering is our choice, but it's about pain. It's about transcending our limits. It's about doing this hard work, and you will not call it suffering anymore, even if some things that were unpredictable, sad things, will come into you. You will not. This is topic for another video, but I need to also mention it. If these things that were unpredictable, some tragedy, some disaster will come to you, you will also understand that it meant to happen. You cannot basically change the past, and you can find meaning in it. And you should not ground yourself in this particular vibration of grief or sadness, because later it will be hard for you to quit it, because it can also be addicting, because in this way you're creating thousands of excuses to not pursue your goals, to not become your best version, because you will explain in your head that this happened to you, so you cannot do anything about this because you're a victim. I know that sounds hard, but everybody experienced some hard moments in life, loss of someone close. I also experienced it many times, some very traumatizing moments. However, when I understood this topic more, I let myself to experience it deeply, and later let go, because I understand why it happened to me, to make me stronger, you know. And life is not always what it wanted to be, and we need to prepare for this and understand that in life, big orgasms, falls of happiness will come 100%. But we need to also understand that this phase, this 90% of time, where you don't feel this spike, when you don't feel this pinnacle of emotions, is also crucial for our life, and we should fall in love with life as a whole, not only with this 5% of orgasm. of organs, these most beautiful moments, these biggest successes. I hope you like this video. Leave a comment, subscribe my channel, share it, please, because this message is very important. And what I haven't mentioned, that's all. Bye bye. Have a beautiful day.